Right now, while you're sitting at your 9 to 5 doing the same thing over and over again, there are people running faceless YouTube channels from their bedroom making more money in a single month than most people make in an entire year. And the wildest part is, most of them are not smarter than you. They are not more talented than you. They don't even show their face. They just picked the right niche at the right time and let YouTube do the rest. Because here's what most people get wrong about YouTube. The algorithm doesn't reward who works the hardest. It rewards content that fits into a system the platform actually wants to push. Faceless channels are winning right now because they don't burn out, they don't depend on charisma, and they can run like a business instead of a personality. That is exactly why advertisers, audiences, and the algorithm are all leaning into them harder than ever in 2026. So I spent the last few weeks digging through hundreds of faceless channels, pulling real subscriber counts, real revenue estimates, and real RPM data to bring you the 8 niches that are realistically replacing 9 to 5 salaries this year. We'll start with the easiest ones to enter with zero experience, and we'll end with the niches where one single channel can out-earn a senior corporate job. Let's get into it. Starting off with niche number 8, true crime and dark stories. This is one of the most addictive niches on the platform because people cannot stop watching it. Unsolved cases, dark histories, disappearances, mysteries, courtroom breakdowns. Channels like Mr. Ballin have built entire empires off this format, pulling in millions of views per video without ever needing a flashy production setup. And on the faceless side, channels like Lazy Masquerade and Mr. Nightmare have proved that you can absolutely dominate this niche with nothing more than a calm voice, good writing, and creepy visuals in the background. The RPM here usually sits around $4 to $8, which is mid-range, but the watch time is brutal in the best way. People binge true crime the same way they binge Netflix. Once they click on one video, they end up watching 5. That kind of session length is exactly what YouTube wants. I'd give this medium in effort, low in cost, and medium in earning potential. Now moving on to niche number 7, sports breakdowns and storytelling. This one is criminally underrated. People think sports content means highlights, but the real money is in storytelling. Channels like JX My High Roller in the NBA space and Tifo Football in the soccer space are pulling millions of views every single month by breaking down player stories, team rivalries, coaching strategies, and the business behind the game. JX My High Roller alone has crossed 2 million subscribers and is making anywhere between $20,000 and $300,000 a year just from one channel. And the beauty of sport is that there is always something new happening. A new trade, a new scandal, a new playoff race, a new GOAT debate. The content never runs out. The RPM here is usually $3 to $7, but the sheer volume of views you can pull during a season makes it scale fast. I'd give this medium in effort, low in cost, and medium to high in earning potential. Now we step into one of the most powerful long-term niches on YouTube, and that is geopolitics and world affairs. This is where Johnny Harris built his entire empire. He left Vox in 2020 and built a faceless style explainer channel that now has over 7.5 million subscribers, employs more than 30 people, and pulls in millions of dollars a year just from AdSense and Patreon. Channels like Vox itself, Real Life Law, and Caspian Report have proved that audiences are starved for someone who can actually explain what's happening in the world in a way that doesn't feel like a news anchor reading off a teleprompter. Why is China doing what it's doing? Why are wars actually fought? Why are some countries quietly collapsing while others are quietly winning? The audience for this is huge, educated, and incredibly loyal. The RPM here usually lands between $6 to $12, sometimes higher depending on the topic and the audience. And the best part is, this content stays relevant for years. A geopolitics video from 2022 is still pulling views in 2026 because the world keeps repeating its patterns. I'd give this medium to high in effort, low in cost, and high in earning potential. Now moving on to niche number 5, psychology and human behavior. This niche is dangerous because it's so easy to get hooked on. People do not click on psychology videos to be entertained. They click because they want to understand themselves. Why do I procrastinate? Why do I keep attracting the wrong people? Why do I self-sabotage every time things are going well? Channels like Pursuit of Wonder and Psych2Go have built massive faceless audiences just by telling stories and explaining ideas in a way that hits people personally. Psych2Go alone has over 12 million subscribers and is estimated to be pulling around $30,000 a month. And what makes this niche so powerful is its built-in retention. Every psychology video naturally creates a curiosity loop because viewers feel like the video is about them. The RPM here usually sits between $6 to $12 because the audience tends to be older, more thoughtful, and more engaged. I'd give this medium in effort, low in cost, and high in earning potential. Now we get into one of my personal favorites, niche number 4, faceless business documentaries. This is where storytelling meets money, and it's one of the most lucrative spaces on YouTube right now. The king of this niche is Magnates Media. The channel is completely faceless, run by a guy named John, and it has crossed 1.5 million subscribers with over 150 million long-form views. He has made more than $1 million just from AdSense alone, and that's not counting his courses and sponsorships. Other channels like Modern MBA, Company Forensics, and Logically Answered have also blown up by doing the exact same thing. They take a business story, turn it into a mini documentary, and let the algorithm do the rest. Why did Nokia collapse? How did Red Bull build a billion-dollar brand without selling a product people needed? How did one guy quietly destroy WeWork? These stories are evergreen. They get binge-watched. They are perfect for long watch time. The RPM here usually sits between $8 to $15, which is huge because advertisers love this audience. I'd give this high in effort, low in cost, and very high in earning potential. Now moving on to niche number 3, luxury and wealth. This niche prints money for one simple reason: the audience has spending intent. People who watch luxury and wealth content are not just curious, they are actively dreaming about money, lifestyle, and status. And advertisers know that. Channels like Alux are the gold standard here. Completely faceless, fully voiceover based, sitting at over 5 million subscribers, with monthly revenue estimates ranging from $20,000 all the way up to $100,000, depending on the season. The format is endlessly repeatable. Habits of millionaires, things rich people do differently, levels of wealth, how billionaires spend their money. It's a loop that never gets old because people will always be obsessed with the idea of being rich. The RPM here usually sits between $8 to $15, and the production is surprisingly simple: stock footage, clean voiceover, and tight pacing. I'd give this low to medium in effort, low in cost, and very high in earning potential. Now we get into niche number 2, AI and technology. This is one of the most aggressively monetized niches on YouTube right now, and the reason is simple. Every business, every freelancer, every creator is desperately trying to figure out how to use AI to make more money or save more time. So when you make content around AI tools, automation, software breakdowns, or tech explainers, you're tapping into an audience that has money and is actively spending it. Channels like AI Revolution, Matt Wolf, and 2-Minute Papers have proved this works. 2-Minute Papers alone is estimated to be earning around $40,000 a month, and AI Revolution is pulling close to $10,000 a month with a fraction of the views you'd need in other niches. The RPM here can hit $10 to $20, sometimes more, because software companies and SaaS brands are bidding hard to reach this audience, and the demand is only going to keep growing. Every month there's a new tool, a new model, a new breakthrough. You will literally never run out of topics. I'd give this medium in effort, low in cost, and very high in earning potential. And finally, the niche that sits at the absolute top of the food chain: personal finance. This is where YouTube genuinely stops feeling like a side hustle and starts looking like a full-blown career replacement. We're talking content around investing, credit cards, debt, building passive income, retiring early, and basic money education. Channels like Graham Stephan, Nick Invests, and Practical Wisdom are pulling in absurd numbers. Nick Invests is only a few months old, completely faceless, and already crossing millions of views a month, with estimated revenue revenue between $10,000 to $30,000. And here's why this niche pays so well. The audience watching personal finance is not just curious. They are actively trying to do something with their money. They're looking for the next credit card, the next investing app, the next high-yield savings account. That kind of viewer is gold for advertisers. Banks, brokerages, fintech apps, all bidding hard to reach them. The RPM in this niche regularly sits between $15 to $30, sometimes even higher. A video with just 200,000 views in personal finance can easily out-earn a video with 2 million views in entertainment. And the content is completely evergreen. A video on how to fix your credit score will keep pulling views for years. I'd give this medium in effort, low in cost, and extremely high in earning potential. Now, here's the truth nobody tells you about all of these niches. They all work, but the niche alone won't save you. What actually makes a faceless channel succeed is consistency, smart packaging, and learning from the right people who have already done it. That's exactly why I built a school community where we go deep into all of this together. Scripts, thumbnails, titles, niche selection, monetization, the actual systems that grow faceless channels in 2026. If you're serious about building this for real, the link is in the description. Come join us. I personally help everyone inside and we're building together. Now, if you made it this far, drop a comment telling me which niche you're going to try first. I read every single one and it helps me decide what to break down next. And if you want the full step-by-step on how to actually launch your first faceless channel from zero, watch this video on screen next. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.